I decided to use some pigments from last year's holiday collection from MAC. Here is it up close. Let it focus in a little bit. I'm going to start this look with priming my eyelid. Rubenesque. Let me see. It's from MAC. Yeah, I'm just gonna pretty much just apply it all over my eyelid. I'm gonna use a 159 brush. So I'm just gonna take it. I really love this brush because since it is tapered and it's really flat, you can definitely go along with the shape of your eye. This is a pinkish gold, actually more of a peachy gold. And up close, it just makes whatever you put on top of it really pop and stand out and stay a lot longer. I'm gonna use a stiff fiber brush, 259 brush, and since I already used a lot of the product, I'm gonna just apply a little bit more, just like this, just tap it, don't pour. And I'm actually just gonna pat it in there so a lot of the product will get on the brush. With this, you want to pat instead of sweeping it across your brow because you want the color to be really, really intense. I'm just gonna use that same brush and kind of just buff it out a little bit, you know, just to get rid of some of the harsh lines now. And we'll go ahead and do more of that a little bit later. So I do want this to be rather pigmented. I'm gonna be using, it's a matte, it actually came in a collection. It's this matte purple. I'm just gonna pat this, just pat it right in there. Just something I'm just laying to add some dimension. Because I just wouldn't want to jump right into a black or just something really harsh because that's really not the look that we're going for here. As you see, I'm just going to kind of bring it on and right in between, it's literally where the socket, your eye socket is, and you're going to feel the protrusion of your brow bone and kind of just rock it right on there. And I like to bring mine into my my nose and bring it under. Same thing, just dap a little bit more and just lightly just flip it on out. So next, I'm going to take from the lovely Naked palette. It's pretty awesome. I'm going to take the small, it's a warm copperish brown color. Tap a little bit, just because I don't want that that harsh look really that I said, you know, earlier. And just kind of blend it right in there. Just lay it right on top. Really easy. Bring it on out. Extend it to just the same point that you have the purple part. Go ahead and add a little bit of a black shade right in the crease to really push my eye back a little bit and have the pink part really pop out. So again, I'm keeping my eye open so that I can create a nice little arch here. So just, again, fan it on out. See, right now I'm just sweeping it across. I don't need to pat because, as I said before, when you pat, that's how you give a really heavy pigmented look. And we definitely know that we don't want to do that with this particular eye. This black that I just used is from the Urban Decay Vice palette. It's called Black Market. Right there, Black Market. I'm actually going to use another color from this palette to really make the eye pop and stand out just a little bit more. Okay. So next I'm going to apply my highlight. Some people like to do that last, very last. I, on the other hand, do not, because I don't want it to look like just this ray of light is just sitting there. I feel like it needs to be worked into the eye just like every other product does. So you can see, 217 brush. I'm using it from the same collection, last holiday collection, the Matte Loose Pigment. And again, I'm just gonna tap my brush just in the lid. I'm definitely gonna just kind of wiggle it a little bit so that some of the product can come off. You don't wanna have a total blast out of this. You just really want a little wash. I don't want it to dominate the look. I don't want it to to do too much from the, change the color of the pink. So I'm just gonna lightly. And for people like me, you have to be really careful when you do a highlight on the inside of your eyes because it's really gonna give the illusion that it's gonna almost make it farther apart. If you want to bring your eyes closer in, obviously you're gonna add that darker, bring it darker inside of there, which I did actually with the black liner. As you can see here, it's actually past my tear ducts. I'm just gonna add, again, from the Vice palette. This color is actually Vice. I guess it's the palette's namesake. Just gonna go in and just lightly just kind of sweep that across there like that. Sweep under. So the under part of the eye, it's actually a pinker color, a little bit more vibrant, if you notice, than the pot that we have here. Oh wait, I forgot it has a name. It's called Strawberry Patch Moon Rose. Long name. Crushed metallic pigment. So I'm gonna take Noise. It's awesome. And again, I'm gonna use the same brush that I used with that pink color, the Strawberry Patch. Take that same brush because I don't need to use that Strawberry Patch any longer. And I like this brush. It's stiff fiber. It's very thin, as you can see. And I can just apply and sweep right under here, right on the eye. I'm gonna extend it to where the purple is. Purple, blackish-ness. Just like that. Kind of bring it in a little bit on this part again. And then I'm actually on the closest part to my lash line to really make it pop. I'm not gonna do it all the way up because the gradient will actually make it stand out. Now I'm just gonna take the Black Market from the same palette. Might as well just keep using it. And I'm going to, right on the lash line, I like to pull it down just so it can be exactly on the lash line. Just literally press it. I'm using an angle brush. It's a MAC angle brush, 208. In case you want to see what it looks like. It's really good brush for your brows, a powder line, liquid line. It's just a really awesome, densely fibered brush. And it's so small that you can do a lot with it. It makes a really good wing eye. You might want to know why I'm using powder instead of liquid, just because I want to start off with just that really, really soft look. It's meant to be soft but strong. Okay, and then top it off. When you do the extension, you definitely always want to extend from the lower and then wing it out or meet it. If you're gonna do a little cat eye liner, you meet the top. Same thing on the inside of the eye. I'm going to take Blacktrack Pot from MAC. It's Fluidline. It's a cream liner. And I'm going to take my 210 brush. I'm all about layering the blacks. I always start on the outside with this type of stuff because I like the inside to be a little bit cleaner, a little bit more faint. So starting from the outside first. Oh, I'm so close on the camera. Starting from the outside first allows the product to kind of wear off a little bit. You can take it. I kind of like to put my middle finger, just have it rest underneath of it, really to balance it. Squeeze between your thumb, put this finger under there, almost like a chopstick. And you can do whatever. It's steady as can be. So this does not have to be perfect because I started out with the black shadow. Makes it a lot easier that way. We're pretty much done with the eye. Andrea, Ardell, gonna stack them. I like to use Duo adhesive. Some people use white because it dries clear. I always like to use the dark because it's gonna dry dark. It dries black. So you don't have to worry about how a lot of times you can see underneath, you see the little bit of a white. You don't have to worry about that at all. So I like to just apply it to the, actually let me take that from the inside, to the inside of the plastic lid. A little line, just a straight line like so. Squeeze it on there and take the lash in between your pointer finger and your thumb, just like so. You're just gonna literally just sit it right in there, and that will get the glue. You don't sit it all the way, you just rub it lightly across. So when you're applying it yourself, it's really easy to just go ahead and do some tweezers. Just take the tweezer, clamp it, and you just take the tweezer and you just sit it right on top of your lash line. So just start in the middle, just sit it and press, and then take the outside and just push it up against there. Same thing, take the inside and press. The lash dry a little bit. You definitely want it to develop a little tackiness to it so that it will stick. Again, just apply it, just same thing again. What I like to do afterwards, seal it like this. One of my co-workers at the counter a while back, he taught me this little trick. The best thing ever is to work at a counter. You can just learn so much from everyone else, and you get to learn a lot about different people and what looks work good on different shapes. If you like a darker line or a thicker line or just a more pronounced, exaggerated line, you can go ahead and go over it with a liquid. And this is also good if you want to get rid of any of the band. If you have sometimes little glue mistakes, and just seal it all together. Oh, let me back up a little bit too close. I'm obviously pretty new at this, with recording and applying my makeup. It's an interesting process, to say the least. And then I'm just gonna take a little highlighter, MAC Prep and Prime highlight stick in a bright forecast. It's a little swatch here. It's a beige tone with a little bit of a bisque, so that's gonna have a little pinkishness to it. I'm just gonna kind of just swipe it right under there. Just kind of do that. And then with the shader brush and the 224, I'm just gonna go and just buff it all. You just kind of want to do little circular small swivels. If you want to, you know, go back and touch your brows up, I use just sometimes a little flat stiff brush. This is from Sephora. Sephora's professional line. I mean, you can use a actual pencil, you know, if you like. Sometimes I switch back and forth. I use a little bit powder, a little bit of pencil. Definitely use the powder as a base, and I'll go back with the pencil and fill any extra little sparse areas. And then I'm gonna go and add a little contour in the cheeks. Have my little MAC palette here. I'm going to be using Blunt. It's just a brown, really warm brown. And I'm using my fan brush. Suck in your cheeks a little bit. Just kind of drop it down. on that side, around your hairline. Have a little warming effect where the sun would normally hit you. And then I'm gonna go add a little bit of blush. I'm going to be using Format today and a little bit of Sunbask, mixing the two together. I love this brush to apply blush because you can do a really light wash, especially when you're using very pigmented shades. Then I'm gonna take my same little fan brush, just give it a good little clean. Some mineralized skin finish and soft and gentle. I like to revisit this product every now and again. Oh wait, no. Excuse me. Before I do that, since this is a going out, glammed out look, I'm gonna use, this is a product that came out a few summers ago from MAC collection called Beach Bronze, and it's just a cream bronzer, and it'll just give a really nice dewy finish. Again, using just a stipple motion, you can use your fingers, and it'll really help the shimmer just really adhere to your skin really nicely. And now take that soft and gentle, sweep your brush lightly, a little tap tap, and bring it across the top part. So it's definitely just gonna highlight. Get that nose, look cute as well. Just gonna add a little highlight in here. Just a little bit more. Make sure those bags are gone, gone, gone. A little triangle. Just press it into the skin. That is it. Just fluff out the hair and rock it on out. Feel free to let me know what some things that I could get better, or you know, just anything that you have that contribute in a positive way, that is. All right, thanks.